Welcome to Coming Home to Yourself, the podcast for high achieving women who look like put together on the outside, but feel like they're quietly crumbling inside. I'm Jagoda, a coach, a mother, a woman who's walked through public criticism, private self doubt, and the quiet ache of wondering if I was ever enough. I've been bullied. I've been dismissed for being just a mom. And for years, I questioned my voice until I began to come home to myself. This is your space to exhale, to stop performing strength and start living your truth. Each week, I'll share honest stories, gentle insights, and soul-deep shifts to help you reconnect with the woman beneath the roles, the one you've forgotten, the one you miss, the one who's always been there. If you're tired of being the strong one, the capable one, the one who never breaks, you belong here. This is the invitation to slow down, to soften, and to finally feel safe inside your own life. You were never broken. You were never too much. You don't need to fix yourself. You just need to come home to yourself. Let's begin. I used to think life was about chasing goals, but by doing it, I was running from myself. I didn't know it then because from the outside, everything looked good, maybe even perfect. I have 3 beautiful kids, a steady job, a nameplate on the door, a life that made sense to the world around me. And I was grateful, I truly was. But I was also vanishing, quietly, slowly. Inside, I was becoming smaller and smaller, and no one saw it. Because when you're doing it all, when you're functioning, performing, succeeding, people don't ask if you're okay. They don't think they need to. And for a long time, I didn't think so either. I followed the path I was thought to follow, which was supposed to lead me to happiness. Diploma by 24, my first apartment at 25, master's degree by 27, a great job at 29. By 33, a husband and 3 children. Tick, tick, tick. Every box, every milestone. And how did I feel? Like I wasn't really there for any of it. Yes, I showed up. I kept going. I made it all work. But inside, I was living on autopilot, always chasing the next thing, always kind of doing without peace, joy, fulfillment. They were just one more achievement away. It's strange, isn't it? How we build lives based on what we're told will make us happy, only to arrive there and realize we left ourselves behind somewhere along the way. There's something so subtle, so dangerous about living from the outside in. It starts early, not intentionally, but consistently. You're praised when you do well. You're corrected when you deviate. And so you learn what makes you lovable, what makes you safe. It becomes your operating system. And most of us don't even realize it's happening. The shoots, the expectations, the unspoken rules. They shape us more than we know. Be a good student. Be responsible. Get a degree. Buy a place. Find a partner. Have children. Hold it all together. And if you're like me, you follow it. Not because you're asleep, but because of being capable, because you want to do the right thing. You want to be someone your family, your kids, your community can be proud of. And you are. But somewhere in that process, the inner voice, that soft, quiet compass, starts to fade. And one day, you realize you don't know what you want anymore. You only know what's expected. You've lost your ability to listen to yourself. Let me take you back to the beginning. I lost my father very early in life, and I was bullied in school. These experiences didn't break me, but they shaped me. They taught me to go inward, to listen deeply, to notice what felt right and what didn't, and to let my inner voice guide me instead of just following what others said was right. By the time I was 13, I had a strong sense of the kind of person I wanted to become. And I did become her, at least parts of her. But as life went on, the layers built up, responsibilities built on, and slowly I stopped listening. I started following the script instead of my soul. I became the planner, the achiever, the one who made sure everything got done. And in that process, I disappeared. And I see so many high achieving women I know doing that. Maybe you recognize it too. You wake up in a life that technically looks successful, but it doesn't feel like you. You've checked every box, and still something is missing. And because there's no visible crisis, no chaos, no collapse, it's hard to name it, but it's there. That low hum of emptiness, that ache you can't quite explain, that question you never say out loud, is this really it? I want to share a story with you. It's a story about the forgotten golden Buddha. And this is actually a real story, so you can check it out. Hundreds of years ago, there was a magnificent golden Buddha statue. But during a time of war, the monks feared it would be stolen. So they covered it in clay and stucco to hide it. And for generations, no one knew what was underneath. Everyone thought it was just a plain, ordinary statue. Until one day, in the 1950s, the statue was being moved, and it fell. The outer layer cracked, and beneath the dull surface, they saw gold. Pure, radiant gold. It has always been there, just hidden. And that's how I see us, especially women like you and me. Under the layers of expectations, conditioning, pressure, there's gold. But we forget. Because life demands we forget. Because it feels safer to perform than to be real. But you are already whole, already wise, already enough. The cracks in our lives, the exhaustion, the discontent, the quiet disconnection, they aren't signs of failure. They are signs of awakening. They are signs that the way we've been taught to live isn't working anymore. And it's time to wake up. Because we're ready to remember who we were before the world told us who we should be. We're ready to come home, not through pushing, not through proving, not through perfectionism, but through presence, through listening to that goal call, that wisdom, that voice inside that's never stopped speaking, even if we stopped listening. Sometimes the most powerful change is invisible. It's the shift from outside to inside, from autopilot to awareness, from performance to truth. And so, as we close today's episode, I want to leave you with this. What part of yourself have you been postponing, waiting for the right time, the right title, the right permission to finally come alive again? You don't have to keep chasing. You don't have to keep performing. You can begin to come home right now, just as you are. Thank you for being here, for listening, for feeling, for letting these words land wherever they needed to. If something stirred in you today, let that be enough. You don't need to figure it all out. You don't need to rush to fix or change anything. Just keep listening to yourself. And if this episode offered you something, a breath, a truth, a shift, I'd love to know. Come find me on Instagram and Facebook. The links are in captions. Or send me a message with a word that spoke to you most. I read every one. Because this isn't just a podcast. It's a return to your body, to your breath, to your heart, to your own voice. And no matter how far you've wandered, you're never too far gone to turn around and come home. Until the next time, take care of yourself.